All right. So this is a concept that we all ought to be aware of. It's called the word web. And you can do this, grab a piece of paper, like stop the video, go grab a piece of paper and then follow along. Because, why are we doing this? Because your words that you have within you are actually where all your thoughts come from. And if your words are all messed up and you got inaccurate definitions or they're associated to other words where it actually doesn't make sense, you're going to just create a bunch of chaos in your life. So we're here to purify that chaos. So let's take a word. All right, what's a word that you maybe don't like? You can tell you have a reaction to it. A word that I'm thinking of that'd be good for this is the word stress. All right? You can do this on your piece of paper. So in the middle, do circle, then you're going to write the word stress. Now, around stress, right, just think of the initial words that come up that you have attached to stress. So it'd be like stress, uncomfortable. All right, and then what else? Frustrated. For me, it's like gross. You know when you're so stressed that your stomach feels like it's gross? All right, maybe let's say stomach, because you have a pit in your stomach. Stress, job. Work, right? Because work and job are actually different words, even though see, those could even have their own word, but you see how it's like, it's all interconnected? And then, what else with stress? Cortisol, right? That's one of the chemicals in your body, right? So stress is attached to all the stuff. But then you might actually have a name of, let's say you work a job that you don't like, and your boss's name is Mary, because that was my least favorite manager. Shout out Mary. So you have Mary, right? This is back when I had a job in high school. And so now you have all these words here. And you could keep going and going and going. And you keep it linked to stress though. Don't go making a word web on work now. That's something else. Keep it all back to stress. But here's what you do. Now you're going to start to see just how messed up your definition of stress really is. Now, go in a dictionary. Look up the definition of stress. Right? If you have TechnoTutor, look in there. Stress, you might think it means all these things, right? Because unconsciously, that's what you have associated with it. That's what the word web is. But in actuality, stress means to emphasize a point, right? It's like, I'm stressing this. I'm stressing the importance of this. We're going to stress test this whiteboard, right? You hit it really hard on a specific point. You're going to see, is it going to break or not? Right? That's what stress actually is. Now, how do we get all these messed up words? Well, it's because one definition of stress is when you're stressing or emphasizing a point so much, you do it and you get out of balance, out of equilibrium, right? So that's that gross feeling of stress that we so often associate with stress or work or job or whatever. So this whole process within self-perfection, and specifically using TechnoTutor, because that's actually going to get to the core of these words. Like, no amount of self-forgiveness writing and all that is going to allow you to actually restructure that information physically within you. That's what TechnoTutor does. And let's say you don't have TechnoTutor yet. You can write about this word stress, find your first memory associated to stress, and then do the self-forgiveness process. Right? Go through DIP Lite. Check out the Basics 1.1 video to give you an overview. But really do DIP Lite, start there. And then you can start to purify that word stress and then correct what that word means. Because it's not enough to just think, oh, stress just means emphasize a point. Okay, cool, I got it. It's what happens when you're driving in traffic and someone cuts you off and you've been having a long day and then you react and you do something stupid. That's how you're really living the word stress. Or let's say you're hanging out with your child or your niece or nephew or some kid, and in that moment, you're stressed because you have a work call you have to take. But you lash out at the kid unnecessarily, and now you've traumatized that child. Guess what? That's how you're actually living stress. So who cares if you memorize the definition? That isn't doing anything. It's how are you living it? So the real way to get to the core of this and to purify the word web is using TechnoTutor. It's putting in the word stress, asking yourself questions through TechnoTutor to pull apart that, and then taking all these words and putting them through TechnoTutor as well to purify them. If you don't have TechnoTutor, you're missing out. Because when you do this once, it will totally change your entire relationship to stress and all of this in your life. You might have to do a few more layers of the word web, but at a certain point, you're going to actually know that this is the definition of stress, to emphasize a point. And it's not going to be this, oh, I think it's this, but it's that, and you're just confused and it's a mess, like a giant spider web that's all chaotic. It's actually just a very clean and clear, this is the word, this is the definition, this is how I live it in the best way. So that's a word web. You could see how you can do this for anything, but unless you're actually using TechnoTutor and the self-forgiveness writing, this word web is walking around with you 24/7, creating a bunch more of this in your life. It's going to keep compounding until you actually change. So I really suggest look into TechnoTutor, reach out to someone about it, look into self-forgiveness writing, and then do them both. One alone will not do it. You need them both, and then you can really change this. So stay tuned for the next one.